Okay friends, I am Dr. Hinavani and today for Olympiad Maths grade 5 we are taking our first introductory lecture which is based on number sense and numeration. So you all know what is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to the infinity. All these are called as numbers. There are so many types of numbers which you had learned through your past classes like first, second, third, fourth standard. Which are the types of numbers? So first type of number you learn in very early school time, that is nursery, junior, senior, is a natural number. Okay, so what is mean by natural number? So numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to dash dash you know is known as natural numbers. Okay, then we learn about the whole numbers. When numbers starts with 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4 means natural number plus 0 is known as whole number. Okay, now after the whole number we learn about the even odd pattern of the number. Means what is mean by even number, what is mean by odd number. So what is mean by even number? So number which is divisible by 2 or which is multiple of 2 is known as even number. The smallest even number is 2 only. Okay, and the odd number, the number which is not divisible by 2 is known as odd number. So the smallest odd number is 1. 0 is neither a even number nor the odd number. Okay, so up to this you understood natural number means what, whole number means what, odd even number. Now the next concept is of prime numbers. Now prime numbers are those natural numbers which have only 2 factors. Means first factor is 1 and the second factor is number itself. Those numbers are known as prime number. Now what are the examples of prime number? So 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 and so on continue. So these are some examples of prime numbers. Now why 1 is not a prime number? Because it has only one factor, that is 1, and the number itself is also 1. So only one factor it has, so 1 is not considered as a prime number. And here 2 is only the smallest or the only even prime number. Otherwise all the prime numbers are odd numbers. Okay, so these are the basic things you must know about the prime numbers. Now the number which are not prime are known as composite number, because they have more than 2 factors, at least one more factor than the number 1 and itself. Okay, so the number which are not prime are known as composite numbers. Now again we learn about the prime numbers, one more thing, which is twin prime number. Now twin prime numbers are such a pair of prime numbers which have one composite number in between them. Means here is one prime number, here is one prime number, and in between them only one composite number is there, not more than one composite number, so that two successive prime numbers are known as twin prime numbers. So for example, 3 and 5, 5 and 7, 11 and 13 are all are the examples of twin prime number. Okay, now the next thing we learn about the negative numbers. Now see, this is 0. If we draw one line, now this 0 is there at the center. Now the numbers which are placed at right side of this 0 are known as positive number, and the numbers which are placed at the left side of the 0 are known as negative numbers. Okay, and this negative number plus this whole number means 0 and natural number are known as whole number. So all these together is known as integers. Okay, so this is one more type of number which is known as integers. So -1, -2, -3 at the left side up to the infinity, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to the infinity at the right side, together all they are called as integers. Okay, now again I will revise which type of number we will learn till now. Now see, first we learn about the natural number, then we learn about the whole number, then we learn about the odd and even number, then prime and composite number, we learn about the concept of twin prime number, and lastly we learn about the integers. Now this is the basic information, because we are learning maths, so we have to solve the problems that are based on numbers only, so we must know about the basic information about the numbers. Now the next concept is about successor and predecessor of the number. Now if you add 1 in any number, we get the successor of that number. If we subtract 1 from any number, we get the predecessor of that number. For example, 2 is a number. If we add 1 in 2, we get successor of 2, which is 3. If we subtract 1 from 2, we get the number 1, which is predecessor of number 2. So this is very simple thing, successor and predecessor. Now the next topic is number system, but before moving to number system, I will explain the concept of Roman numbers, and then I will take the different number systems introduction. Okay, now one more type of number we learn in the last class is Roman number. Now the Roman numbers can be denoted by symbols, and there are how many symbols? So there are 7 symbols related to these Roman number. So which are those 7 symbols? So first symbol is I, second is V, third is X, fourth is L, fifth is C, D, and last is M. Now I means our Hindu Arabic number 1, V represents 5, X represents 10, L represents 50, C represents 100, D represents 500, and M represents 1000. Now any number can be written by only these 7 symbols. Now there are some rules in the Roman numbers to write the numerals. Okay, so the first rule is If symbol is repeated, then you have to add the numbers. For example, the 2 times if I write I, then this number is 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, because I1 single I is represented by number 1. If I repeat this I 3 times, it represents 1 plus 1 is equal to number 3. So if the symbol is repeated, then we have to add the symbol or the numbers that is represented by that symbol, so that we can find the number written by the symbol. Now rule number 2. Rule number 2. Okay, now smaller numeral, if written to the right side of any big numeral, then smaller numeral should be added to the larger numeral. For example, V and I. Now here V represents 5 and I represents 1. So here I is smaller than V. Now smaller numeral is written at the right side of this bigger numeral. So we have to add those symbols. So V is represented 5 and I representing 1. So 5 plus 1 becomes 6. So we have to add them to make the number, or to find the number. And the opposite rule is rule number 3. When smaller numeral is written at the left side of the bigger numeral, we subtract the smaller numeral from the bigger numeral. For example, IV means 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Okay, so this is rule number 3. Now there is one more rule. Now certain symbols only can be repeated, and not the all symbols we repeat. So which symbols get repeated? So I we can repeat, X we can repeat, C we can repeat, and L we can repeat. Okay, we never repeat V, we never repeat L, we never repeat D. Means 50, 500 and 5 never be repeated. Okay, we just repeat I, X, C and N. And rule number 5 is also there, where smaller numeral is placed in between two larger numerals. Subtract the numerals from the larger numeral. Now for example, X, I, V. Now here this smaller numeral is written in between two larger numerals. So this X represents 10 and this IV we consider together. Now here our rule number 3 you have to keep in mind. Smaller numeral is at the left side of the larger numeral, so subtract. So this become 10 plus 5 minus 1 is equal to 10 plus 4 is equal to 40. Okay, so these are all the rules related to Roman numerals. I will explain it again or repeat it again. So Roman numerals are represented by these 7 symbols: I, V, X, L, C, D and M. I means 1, V means 5, X means 10, L means 50, C means 100 and D means 500 and M means 1000. Now we learn about some rules. If symbol is repeated, we have to add them. This is the example of it. If smaller numeral is written at the right side of the bigger numeral, we have to add both of them. Rule number 3 is opposite of rule number 2. When smaller numeral is written on the left side of the bigger numeral, you subtract the smaller numeral from the bigger one. Only I, X, C and M can be repeated, not the V, L and D. And the last rule is, if smaller numeral is in between two larger numeral, first you write the larger numeral at the left side, then add by subtracting the smaller numeral from the bigger numeral, whichever number you get. So these are all the rules related to Roman numerals. Now we will learn about the different number system. So we will learn it from the chart. So just look into the chart. Now see, this is Hindu-Arabic numeral system, where smallest number starts with only one digit, so they are known as ones, then tens, then 100, all together is under the group ones, then 1000, 10,000, group 1000, then group of lakhs include 1 lakh and 10 lakhs, then crore, 1 crore, 10 crore, then arab, then 10 arab, kharab and 10 arab. So this is Hindu-Arabic system, and here in this chart we can see how many digits are there in the number and 0 present in it, or the number of digits in the number. So see, unit or one place has only one digit, 10 has 2 digit, means 2 tens, 3 tens. So these numbers are 20, 30 and they have 2 digits. 100 has 3 digit, 1000 has 4 digit together, 10,000 has 5 digit, 1 lakh or 100,000 has 6 digit, 10 lakhs has 7 digit, 1 crore, or it can be called as 100 lakhs, has 8 digit, and 10 crore has 9 digit, and 1 arab has 10 digit. And the number of zeros, they are one number lesser than the number of digit. Okay, now this is Hindu-Arabic system, and one more naming system is there, which is International Numeration System, where the numbers can be written or called as ones or thousands, then millions, billions. Okay, and we just directly learn the comparison between Hindu-Arabic and international numerals, so that we can understand कि 1 crore means how many million or billion. Okay, now see, our 1000 is same as the 1000 in the international numeration system. 10,000 is also same as 10,000. Then 1 lakh is known as 100,000. 10 lakhs is equal to 1 million. 1 crore is equal to 10 million. 10 crore is equal to 100 million, and 1 arab is equal to 1 billion. So 10 arab is equal to 10 billion, something like that. So this comparison you must know, because we have to convert the number into from one system to another system. Okay, so revise the chart so that you can understand the concept betterly. Ones and hundreds are same as there in the Hindu-Arabic naming system. So now we will directly move to practice exercise. You all can go through the solved examples also, so that your concept get cleared more easily. Okay, now smallest 8-digit number can be formed by using the digit 390582, where 0 and 9 is repeated twice. Now see, when we have to form the smallest number, so we will place the smallest digit at extreme left. Okay, so here 0 is the smallest digit given in the given digits, but if we place the 0, we cannot form 8 digit number, it become a 7 digit number. So the number which is bigger than 0 but the smallest among all we will take. So 2 is the smallest among all, so we will take 2 first. So option number D and E get cancelled. Okay, now after 2 we can keep 0 and we can repeat 0 twice, so we will repeat it twice. So we directly got your answer as option number C. So in this way then we can put 3, then the number bigger than that which is 5, then 8, then 9. Now how many digit number is formed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have to form 8 digits, so I will repeat 9 twice. So in this way I can form the smallest 8 digit number. Okay, now how the next one, how many 10 millions are there in the given number below? Now you all know कि 10 million have how many number of digits? So 10 million has 8 number of digits. Okay. So the number which is at 8th place from the right side is at the 10th million position. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 4 is at 8th place from the right side. So how many 10 millions are there in the given number? So 4 10 millions are there in the given number. Now 700 crore is equal to which one of the following? So this you can try at home. This one is for your homework. The number given below, the digit in the box is at. Now see 8 is there in the box and we have to identify its place. Okay, now count how many digits are there up to the 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 digits are there. Okay, now 9 digits are there in, now this naming system is an international naming system and 9 digits are there in a 100 million number. Okay, so 8 is at 100 millions place. So you have to keep in mind that chart of places and number of digits in it. Okay, now the next one, which one of the following statement is true? When 1 is added to the smallest 3-digit number, it gives the largest 4-digit number. Now see, this statement is wrong. How? Now see, smallest 3-digit number is 100. Okay, now if you add 1 in it, only successor of it we will get. Okay, not the largest 4-digit number, because largest 4-digit number is 9994 times. Okay, so this statement is wrong. Now 1000 multiplied by 1000 become 1 billion. Now see, if we multiply 1000 and 1000, so 1000 multiplied by 1000, so it becomes 7-digit number. Okay, and 7 digits are there in 1 million, not the billion. So this one is also wrong. Now 1 million is equal to 1 crore. So 1 million is equal to 10 lakhs, not 1 crore. So this is also a wrong statement. The next one, predecessor of any number is obtained by adding 1. Now when we subtract 1 from the given number, we get the predecessor of it. So this one is also wrong. So none of these is the correct answer here. Okay, the next one. If x million is equal to 30 crore, then value of x will be. Now see, if x million is equal to 30 crore, now 10 crore is compared to 100 million. Now 30 crore can be compared to 300 million. So value of x is 300. Now which one of the following is the correct for the sum? These numbers are given. You can read it. 70 crore plus 700 plus 70 plus 7. So you have to add all of them. So you can add and you get your desired answer. This one you try at home. It is very simple. You all are doing it from your first standard expanded form of the number, and from the expanded form you can form a number. Now the next one, which among the following number is the smallest? 6 crore, 600 million, 60 lakhs, 6 billion or 600 crore. So the smallest one is 60 lakhs. Now what is the Hindu Arabic numeral for the sum of the Roman numerals given below? Now one Roman numeral is given here and we have to find the sum of that number. Okay, so what is the number given to you? One second. Now see, L, X, then X, three times X and then IX, okay, plus CX, V, I, 2 times. Now C means 100, okay, century, 100, and X means 10, okay, L means 50, and this X means 10. Now C means 100, so this is 100, and the smallest numeral is written at the right side of the number, so we have to add them. So this become 100 plus 10 plus this V means 5 and this 7, so this become 117. Okay, now this number is LX. Now L means 50, X means 10. This is written at the right side of the numeral, so we have to add them. So this 50 plus 10, now 3x is there, so 10 plus 10 plus 10 become 80, and this IX means 9, so 80 plus 9 become 89. Now you have to add 117 and 89 to get the desired number. So 7 plus 9 becomes 16, 1 will be carry forwarded, 8 plus 2 is equal to 10, 0 at the bottom, 1 will be carry forwarded, and 1 plus 1 becomes 2. So 206 is the addition of that number. Now see how. Now you have to break that number into 3 parts. I will explain it again. Now see, for first number, this x is equal to 10. Now I is the smallest number in between two largest number, so we consider this as a one part, these 3 together and this as a part. Okay, now L means 50 and this is bigger number and smallest number is written at the right side of the L. So we have to add them. So x, 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 we can repeat x. So this 3 times x means 3 times 10. So it becomes 30. Now 30 is written at the right side of the L. So we have to add this 50 into this 30. So this become 80. Now this x represents 10 minus 1, which is 9. So this number become 89. And same way C means 100 and x is the smallest number which is written at the right side of it. So it become 10 plus 100, and this VII means 7. So you have to add. So this is 117, and when we add 117 and 89, the number we obtained is 206. Now the last question. What is the Hindu Arabic numeral for this number? So this you try at home, so that you also understood how to convert the Roman numerals to Hindu Arabic numerals. So this one is for your homework. So we will meet in the next class. Till then, try to solve more and more sums and practice